Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Frog and YouTube video. My name is Pollux the Wise, and in today's episode we are going to be diving into a game called Into the Breach, which was introduced to me by a friend, and I have to say I am mighty happy that I picked this game up on Steam at his suggestion. So we're going to be taking a look at this game today and basically just playing through it. We're going to try and get through some of the more difficult missions and maybe even the final boss fight. Can't guarantee we're going to get through the whole thing though. We're going to try and keep this episode somewhat short. So let's just go ahead and get started with a new game. So basically, you've got different difficulties that you can choose. You've got easy, normal, hard. So kind of the equivalent to Kingdom Rush with, you know, your casual, normal, veteran difficulty levels. And then basically this is your team. These are called Rift Walkers, and these are the names of the machines you're going to be using to fight the enemy with. You get 3 different ones, and there's also different squads that you can unlock after completing certain achievements. So as you can see here, we've got some different ones that we can purchase. Actually, we can purchase Rusting Hulks right now, which is pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And look at this. Oh my gosh. This looks absolutely insane. Look at this, a jet mech. Oh my gosh. Now each one of these get their own different colors. You can actually change their color. So you can click here and customize it to whatever colors you wish. And then you can also change the name of the mech, which I think is just absolutely insanely cool. You know, Kingdom Rush, we didn't really get that option. Bloons Tower Defense 6, I believe, does have the ability to rename some of your, or if not all of your towers. And I think also your heroes as well, though I'm not 100% certain on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then each of your mechs also gets a pilot, and different pilots have different perks. Some of them have no perks, but you can earn experience points for them. But basically, the more powerful your time-traveling pilots have in terms of perks, you know, the better your mechs will do in battle. In any case, here we go. We got Abe Izamu. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name, but basically a mech gains armor and it reduces all incoming weapon damage from enemies by 1. So it also grants +2 mech health and 1 additional reactor. Now reactors are basically, think of it as your means of upgrading your mechs in various ways. You can upgrade their health, you can upgrade their movement, you can upgrade their weapons. Sometimes your upgrades will cost multiple reactor cores though, so you do want to keep that in mind. But we're not going to be using this squad today. We're going to be using the basic regular squad that you start off with, which is these 3 right here. We can also change our time traveler. So as you can see here, Isaac Jones gives you 1 extra reset turn every battle. Ralph Carlson gains +2 bonus XP per kill. So every time you kill an enemy, that is the perk that he has. And you can find new pilots while playing to unlock them here. But in any case, we're going to stick with Abe for now. And I think we can... Let's just put the difficulty on normal. I don't want to go on hard. Because trust me, guys, this game does not go easy on you. But in any case, we can also change the starting mech for each pilot, which is pretty darn good. So I think we're going to assign him to our combat mech. So your combat mech is basically the equivalent to a melee fighter, right? So he likes to get up right in the enemy's face and punch him away. He's got a couple different abilities, but this is his primary attack. Same thing with the cannon mech. And if you hover over these different weapons that I'm hovering over right now, such as the Titan Fist, it'll actually give you a little tutorial as far as how it works, how much damage it does, and then some of the upgrades you can purchase for it, such as the dash and then the +2 damage. And then it also shows their movement and their health, at least in their normal state. So here's the cannon mech. It fires a projectile that not only damages targets, but also pushes them back 1 tile. Now this is a turn-based strategy game, so there's an order that you have to keep in mind. So there will be environmental hazards or things that sometimes happen first, sometimes happen later, or just objectives that will occur throughout the battle that you have to protect certain targets or buildings. You're going to have to protect buildings in general. I guess let's just go ahead and get started. I'm talking too much, and let's just deploy these Rift Walkers and get started, okay? So basically, your enemy is known as the Vek. The Vek are like this insect alien species hybrid that has basically taken over the Earth, and your goal is to liberate the rest of the Earth and liberate all of these different islands. So there's Archive Inc., there's RST Corporation, Pinnacle Robotics, and I unfortunately have not even gotten to this one yet, but the final mission will spawn somewhere here after completing 2 out of 4 islands. Now, this is your power grid. Basically, you lose the game if this reaches 0, and it's reduced every time an enemy damages a building in combat. There is, however, also a mechanic called grid defense, and basically it gives your buildings on the battlefield a % chance to resist any enemy attack that occurs against it. So right now it's only at 15%, which is admittedly quite low. But if we get our power grid up to full power, we can also upgrade it so that our grid defense % chance of defending against enemy attacks will go up as well. And there is an overpower bonus plus a pilot bonus, but the base defense is 15%. So let's just go ahead and I think let's just start with Archive Inc. Now, every single time you start a new game or a new island, you will start in a different part of the island. It's never the same. So here we go. Archive Inc. head office. If you are from the future, you'll find our island is even further back in time than you expected. If not for the VEC, I'd have loved to give you a tour of the old Earth relics. Alright, so this is the corporate HQ. No VEC detected here right now, but there are some areas here where there are VEC threats. So we've got Antiquity Row, and we've got Accord Repository. Now there's other levels here that we'll unlock too as we go throughout the game, but as I hover over them, you'll see that there are bonus objectives. And there's also an environmental hazard on this one, which is tidal waves, and I'll explain what those do shortly. But here's Antiquity Row, where the bonus objective is to defend the satellite launches. This one is to kill at least 7 enemies while protecting the coal plant. So there's certain buildings in certain levels that you need to prioritize a little bit more carefully. I mean, honestly, you'd like to just try and mitigate all building damage if at all possible. Absolutely love the graphics, by the way, and the music in this. Very, very good. We're just going to start off with Antiquity Row, though. We've upgraded these old satellites and should be able to make use of them. With any luck, they'll survive the launch. Yay. I'm not liking this map at all. Look at this. So we've got buildings all around this area, plus these 2 satellites that we have to defend from the VEC. So different VEC, they have different HP, different attacks, different damage stats, all that good stuff. And there are some VEC that can buff other VECs in various different ways, such as giving them health regeneration, extra armor, making them explode on death, which will obviously damage your buildings, which is no bueno. There is also a mechanic in the game where you can block enemies from spawning. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But here we go. Let's figure out. We want to be very careful with how we deploy our mechs. Deploying your mechs in the best possible manner is just as important as far as where you place them. You know, you got to really, really choose carefully here. So we've got 2 of these Hornets, and then what looks like a Firefly. So Fireflies are capable of just shooting in a straight line, linear attack, and they can move 2 squares. These guys, on the other hand, they can fly over any terrain tile. So even if they're like floating over like a chasm or something, you can't knock them into a void. With ground VEC, you can actually push them off the edge. Not of the map, unfortunately. So like say that this guy right here was at the edge of the map here, you can't just push him off with a mech attacking him. But if there was like, say, a square here and it was just a void, if you could somehow knock this guy into this hole or push him in that direction, he would fall in and just be insta-killed, which is pretty darn nice. But anyways, enough talking. Let's go ahead and deploy our mechs. I think I want to put my physical mech there. Let's go ahead and put our tank mech. Actually, you know what? Let's put the tank. Let's put the melee mech here, tank mech here, and the artillery mech here. Now, this one's a very powerful one. The good news is, let's say you place your units like this and you go, oh no, I don't like how I place these. Well, here's the great thing. You can actually just pick them up and still move them around. So I can just reposition them here or here. So it has a confirm button, so you have to confirm your placements before you just move on. It's really good. Now, every level, you have to survive a certain number of turns. And all enemies will retreat in 5 turns, regardless of whether you've killed everything or not. You just have to survive and not let your power grid get destroyed. And the way you protect your power grid is by protecting these buildings. So the VEC, which is your enemies, they will attack buildings. So right here, yeah, this is not good. Now these warning spots that just popped up, you see where these little red icons are? This says, hey, a VEC is going to spawn here soon. So you want to be careful about that. Now this will survive 1 attack, which is great. But I honestly don't even know if we're going to be able to defend Oh, man. Yeah, see, we already started this off kind of horribly. But you know what? It's okay. We're going to just make do with what we got, guys. But this is why it's so important to deploy your mechs in a really good spot. So let's just go ahead and get started. Now, the artillery, the good thing about it, every shot that it fires, all the adjacent tiles, at least, you know, directly adjacent to it, so not, unfortunately, diagonally. It would be this square, this square, this square, this square. If I fire here, any enemies that are standing on these 3 squares would get pushed in different directions. And they could potentially bump into each other and take damage. Now, friendly fire is a thing in this game, but the same thing also applies for enemies. Enemies can damage each other too, which is really nice. But let's think about how do we want to do this? Well, I like the idea of just sacrificing a mech here in order to get it to block an enemy from spawning, which could be really good. The problem is, unfortunately, I'd like to also just prevent this from happening. This guy's like super, super beefy. And we don't really have a way of getting him out of the way, which kind of sucks. And there's no way our artillery is going to get over there in time in order to just knock him off of attacking that building, which is the satellite. It's not really a building, it's a satellite, damn it, get it right. Well, let's think about what we can do here. We might have to, unfortunately, just tank a hit with the satellite. So, I think what we're going to want to do here... This is a conundrum. We're going to have to tank a hit with the artillery. Or with the satellite, excuse me. So let's just punch this back, get him out of the way. And then this one, we're going to want to move over here closer to where this Vec is going to be spawning. Now, unfortunately, every time a Vec does try and spawn, it will basically cause damage to any unit that's standing over it. Now, if it's an enemy unit, that's great, but if it's your own mechs, unfortunately, that's not so great. It would deal 1 damage if they're not armored. So that's kind of why it would have been nice to have had this melee mech down here. Unfortunately, we need to try and prevent this building from getting attacked. And sorry if I'm explaining so much while I'm doing it. Oh yeah, here's another mechanic. Unfortunately, any force that gets attacked will basically get lit on fire. So any enemy that's there, it'll just, it will cause it to take burn damage. Okay, now this is a problem. How on earth are we going to deal with this? No, we don't have any way to get rid of this passive bonus guy. This guy grants armor to every single enemy on the battlefield, so all incoming damage is reduced by 1, which is a huge problem. So this is not good. And this satellite is about to launch. Dang. So wait a minute, let's think about this for a second. Yeah, so the enemy attack is going to happen first. You can hover over this attack order thing and it'll show you what's going to happen. NPC actions are basically environmental stuff, such as the satellites or enemies emerging. Although that actually is going to happen after the satellite launch, excuse me. So, we've really got to be careful about this. How are we going to do this? How on earth? Alright. So I think we're just going to use this artillery mech to push this guy away. Sometimes you can get lucky and you can just complete a battle without literally having to, you know, without having to I don't want to say this. Without having to kill any of the enemies. If you can just ta around them for long enough, you might get lucky. So there. Now this guy's attacking this direction, which is great. The only problem is we still cannot get to this passive bonus guy. But what we can do is punch this guy over here. He's going to take some damage from this guy trying to spawn underneath him. So we'll have prevented at least 1 enemy from spawning. The problem is this guy's going to attack this forest, light it on fire. And this is not looking good. But at least one of the satellites is gone, so we don't have to worry about that anymore, which is great. And there's a blocked enemy. See how he took damage there? Oh, yikes. Now this guy's attacking this mech, which is great. What is this guy attacking? This guy's attacking this. This is not good. We've got a lot to worry about right now. We got this guy to worry about. This guy we don't really have to worry about, per se, in the sense that he never attacks any buildings. So that's good, at least, but how do we prevent all of these buildings from taking damage? This is going to be nuts. And unfortunately, this guy is going to attack. I think, yeah, it's going to attack after this wasp, but we have to take care of this guy first and foremost. We could use this guy to try and kill or damage the wasp, maybe? I don't know. So let's think about this for a minute. Well, we could... Actually, hold on. We can undo our move. That's good. Yeah, let's do this. Let's, Oh, gosh. How are we going to deal with this? So we pretty much have to punch this guy out of the way regardless, or otherwise he's going to attack a building and cost us a power grid defense point, if you will. So this is a problem. And then I think if we can shoot you down here and then shove this guy into this direction, he should take enough damage from both of these attacking Vec that he should die. At least hopefully. He might not, but we'll see. Oh my gosh, look how many forests are on fire. Yeah, these guys give zero hex about the environment. It's kind of sad, honestly. Okay, now this satellite is going to launch next turn. This Vec's attacking one of my mechs. That's good. This guy's attacking a building, though. That's not good. This guy's attacking a mech. That's good. Nope, that guy's attacking a building, and that guy's attacking a building. Okay, great. So we're in a lot of trouble here. How are we going to get through this? And I can't get rid of this guy, unfortunately. Damn. So my only hope here is to try and, like, somehow get rid of these guys. I don't have to worry about this. Let's punch you. That's good. We got rid of that. But unfortunately, we have to worry about this guy now. So hard. Like, actually. Maybe we have to sacrifice a PowerPoint. You can do that, because this does carry over to the next level. Or levels, I should say. Also carries over to the next island as well, which is good. Provided that it's high, of course. If it's low, that's not so great. So, I think we can definitively prevent this from happening, which is good. We could also reset our turn, see if we can get something better. Actually, this guy would kill that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have no idea if it's worth it trying to do something like this. Get rid of two of these guys in one fell swoop and just hope to RNGs that this building resists. Because we can attack our own mech just to kill this guy and this guy. So let's do it. And let's just hope that this building survives. So yeah, our mech took some fire damage. That enemy's dead. Ah. So notice how our power grid just lost a point, lost a bar. But the second satellite did launch, which is good. So we got the bonus objective, and that's also going to grant us something called Reputation, which at the end of the island campaign, we can use these stars, which is your reputation points, to purchase either extra reactor cores, or you can fill up your power grid again. So you can kind of replenish it after a campaign. The only problem is then you got to debate, is it better to upgrade your mech or is it better to restore your power grid? You kind of have to judge which is best. So here we go. Historic County, Vec threat detected, end the battle with less than 4 mech damage, and protect the emergency batteries. But we do also have the environmental air support, which is basically going to be a couple old Earth jets in the air. My people aren't the most skilled pilots yet, but they are getting the hang of it. All right, well that sounds very reassuring. Let's go ahead and jump into this mission, ladies and gents. So here we go. We've got the Vec here spawning. It looks like we've got 2 Fireflies and a Hornet to deal with. So I'm thinking let's go ahead and deploy our physical mech here, our gun mech here. Now, if we can push some of these ground-based Fireflies into the water, that will insta-kill them, which is really, really good. We want that. I'm going to put my artillery at the back of the line, so then I can just have this entire area to shuffle my mechs up and down. This mech and this mech basically have infinite attack range, which is nice. Let's go ahead and confirm our deployment. I think this is the best deployment we're going to get. Let's secure the region clean and by the numbers. So here we go. Already very, very risky business here as we've got ourselves some terrifying Vex spawns. Yikes. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a problem. How are we going to defend the Firefly? Both Fireflies, excuse me, and this Hornet. This is a conundrum. A conundrum and a half. So, we could... Maybe actually this might be very simple. So let's block this guy from spawning, push this guy into the water. And then we can safely push... Well, actually, do I want to do that? I'm going to have to reset the turn, damn it. Lucky us, we have that option. Okay, so we're going to have to hit this mech over here. Actually, this is a huge problem. How do we do this? Attack order and everything, it's all so important. You have to be very careful. Because I could push my mech out of the way, and that'll save him the damage from the spawn tile, but then another enemy spawns, which kind of sucks. So maybe what we want to do is just deal with this guy, because unfortunately we can't knock him into the water. And this guy, actually, we could... push you here. And then let's put our mech down here and shove him aside, so he'll attack this guy. But the good news is he's armored, so he shouldn't really take any damage. And thankfully the air support does happen first, so that would have insta-killed any enemies on all 5 of those tiles there. Mech's armored, so he doesn't take any damage. Awesome. And of course, this is like the worst combo they could have given me. Oh my god. Oh, that's the worst. Okay. No need to panic. We've got some real big issues here. Now the good news is, actually, hang on. This could work in our favor quite well. So we could insta-kill this guy by pushing him into the water. We still got this little leaper. I call them jitterbugs. This is a funny name I came up with for them, and I don't know, they're so cancer to deal with. Look at this. They web your mechs or buildings, but basically any unit that they web is just frozen in place. They can't move. So you have to deal with them to an extent. So here we go. Let's try and do this. Let's block an enemy from spawning. And actually, something we could do... Actually, this would be really cool. We can insta-kill this unit. Here, if I put the artillery shot here... Now, this mech is going to take damage, but... Well, actually, hang on. Oh, here, wait. Punch. So yeah, this guy's going to get insta-killed. Same with that one. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to let that jitterbug live one more turn, but that's okay. We insta-killed and get rid of the passive armor bonus, which is beautiful. Another jitterbug, are you kidding me? Oh my god. No, and he's gone after the artillery, no! Oh my god. And this building over here, oh gosh. Okay. Well, let's think here for a minute. This is going to be very difficult. So the question here, I guess, is how do I want to deal with this? You do also have the option to repair your mechs instead of them attacking, but unfortunately you cannot do a repair and then an attack. You have to pick either repair or attack. But you can move and then repair or attack. It's just not both, unfortunately. So here we go. So we're going to move this guy out of the way. Then we're going to move this guy out of the way and just shove him into the water. Talk about drowning your troubles. Yeah, really. Honestly, though. We're going to have to sacrifice some mech health here, unfortunately, to get rid of this guy. Because it's either we take damage and survive, or he just insta-kills us with his 3 damaging attack. Which is just absolutely redonkulous. But the good news is we will be able to clear out all of the remaining Vec on the battlefield. Which is really great. There we go. So, beautiful stuff. This guy's going to take some damage, but we can repair him. It's okay. And then that's actually going to prevent an enemy from spawning, which is really, really good. The only problem is we may end up losing this bonus star objective because we're already up to 3 mech damage. And we kind of have to focus. Oh, look at this. Oh, this Vec here is gonna... He's focusing on the mech. That's great. That's what I want. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Actually, we might actually end up winning. Huh. Well, what do you know? Okay. So, let's go ahead and... I think, how do we want to do this? It's a conundrum. So this guy's gonna attack this square. This guy's attacking the emergency batteries, so that's a problem, obviously. Now, he is on fire, so he's gonna take some damage. Let's just punch him out of the way. And the fire damage should happen before anything else, so he should die. And then we can just punch this guy. Actually, you know what? Screw this. Let's just make sure he's dead. Beautiful. And every kill that these guys get, they get experience points. No enemies left. And we ended up getting both bonus objectives. Very nice. Very nice recovery. You really have to think about this. It's kind of like 3D chess, but, you know, the old troops, or I'm sorry, the troops of old Earth would have been proud if only they had been here to see it. Also, it tells you the number of civilians you protected. So you always will get 1,000 protected if you take no building damage at all in a level. And then protect the emergency batteries, which is nice. And look how much XP our heroes have gained. These 2 on the far sides are at 12 out of 25, halfway there. And then this guy's at 4 out of 25. So very nice. So here we go. So what do we want to do next? Let's take a look at some of these maps. Oh, this one just looks like absolute pain. Block Vex spawning 3 times, protect the old Earth bar. Yeah, I can't trust that an enemy isn't just going to try and spawn there and ruin everything. Tidal Waves, this one's normally a pretty tame mission. I guess it depends on what spawns. An offshore volcano is causing tidal waves along the coast and may help wash away the Vec threatening the area. Well, that's only going to help if they're ground-based enemies. That would insta-kill them, yes, but floating enemies, not so much. So here we go. The bonus objectives are kill at least 7 enemies and protect the coal plant. So let's just go ahead and start the mission. And of course, you start off with armored because screw you. You know what, really, why? Why can't I just get an easy mission for once? Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, well, let's block this wasp from trying to go over here. Let's put our other mech here. And then let's put this mech, I guess, here, so he can start covering this back line. I don't know how I feel about this mech's placement. I'd like to put him here. So that way, if this guy comes over to either one of these 2 tiles or this tile... Actually, maybe. Should I just put this mech here? I have no idea what's best to do at this point. This is as good as any, I think. Hopefully, we're not going to come to regret that decision. If this Jitterbug, I swear to God, goes over to this square... Oh, he can't even go there. Okay, great. That's perfect. Oh, luck's run out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Look at this. Okay, now this Vec is going to threaten to spawn a unit, which is a problem. Okay, so I think let's block an enemy from spawning here, punch this guy, get rid of the armor, which is really good. So let's do this. Now let's attack this. It'll safely push away these guys without taking damage, but I think the force shouldn't get lit on fire because of that. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I think this is still unfortunately gonna... cause a problem. How do we deal with this? Like, I can't afford to waste this attack. Conundrum. Let's think about this. Can I afford to risk a building getting destroyed so that I can kill both of these guys in one shot? That would be really nice. But the problem is I'm not sure that's going to work. I might just have to sacrifice a power point. There's got to be a way that we can prevent this. pretty sure this would just insta-kill both of these guys. Oh, wait, it actually doesn't hit the building. Oh, that's huge. Okay, I was worried it would. Okay, that's great. We don't even have to worry about that. Awesome. Okay, but this forest is on fire, and now all of this is turned to water. Now, your mechs, thankfully, can walk in water. They just can't shoot while they're in water, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Are you joking, bruh? This stupid jitterbug has caused the artillery mech to go haywire. Okay, well, let's think about this. How do we deal with this? We might have to sacrifice the mech going into the water so we can push this mech out of danger. Although, hold on. Let's punch him. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, this guy will take 0 damage, I think, right? It's showing that he will take damage. I don't know if that's good or not. He can't heal. So we kind of have to take this guy out. Let's go ahead and, I guess, get our mechs positioned for these guys over here. What's the action available? Oh, it's this guy who has an action available. Okay, whatever. We'll just waste that. Okay. Nice. Well, no Vex going to be spawning there now, so that's good. But look at this. 3 enemies. Yikes. That's a problem. Wow. Okay. Well, how do we deal with this? Insta-killed him. That's beautiful. And then I think we can just punch this wasp out of the way. And it looks like we're going to be able to get both bonus objectives. No building damage, which is great. So he's been protected by armor. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Couldn't have asked for more. Troops of old Earth would have been proud if only they'd been here to see it. Yeah. Didn't you say that last time? Now, I think we have one more mission before seismic activity occurs. So basically, once you've completed a certain number of missions, the island will suffer some kind of massive earthquake, and then the corporate HQ will be under attack. So that's kind of like your final level, which does include a boss unit. Now, you don't necessarily have to kill the boss in order to beat the level, but it's kind of preferred if you can. So let's see here. What do we have? So it looks like these buildings do start, or at least some of them start off with a shield, which will negate 1 full enemy attack, which is nice. But the problem is we cannot kill the volatile Vec. Yikes. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Do we risk doing this one? We could get very unlucky with both of these spawns, and I honestly don't like the building layout. The only problem is, I don't know. Let's just try this one. Okay, so armor, great. That's gonna be a problem. Well, let's deploy the mechs. I'm just trying to think of where this guy can go. You can hover or click on them to see where they're capable of moving. This guy, unfortunately, look at this. He can basically go almost anywhere on the map and threaten any building, which is a huge problem. This guy, unfortunately, we're not going to have the luxury of knocking him into the water. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. But let's just go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and put this guy here. Actually, here. I think this is good. Because then we can bring the artillery mech over here to cover these 3 rows here. Okay, now this is an escape pod. Basically, if you can protect it before the end of the level, it will give you a bonus power core, which is very nice. Okay, now this is a huge problem. Yikes, look at this. Alright, so this wasp is going after this mech, which is okay. Let's just get rid of this armored dude. I don't want to deal with him at all. And how can we prevent one of you guys from spawning? I'm not sure that we can, honestly. Would be nice if we could shove one of these guys over into prevent these guys from spawning. That would be great. If you hover a mech over it, and then put your mech here to recover the time pod, it will just happen automatically. But you will also recover the pod normally if you just keep it around and don't let the Vec destroy it before the end of the game. Or the level, I should say, excuse me. So what if we do this? What if we try this? This is going to be a little risky, but there's one down. We could get another double kill here and only have 2 Vex spawn, which would be nice. And we're going to sacrifice some mech health in the process. So here we go. End turn. Hopefully we get some good spawns. Okay, flies are easy. Or I'm sorry, hornets, excuse me. And perfect. Oh my gosh, they're both threatening just mechs. This is beautiful. I love it. Great stuff, great stuff. Remember our orders. We need to block the Vec from emerging. Yeah, see, they'll remind you if you're negligent about your objectives in battle. So which Vec would probably be the most dangerous spawn to block? I don't know. So this is going to be a problem. Yeah, that guy would take damage from that. This guy isn't going to take any damage from this wasp, which is good, but I kind of want to kill him because he's behind my buildings. So punch you. I have to sacrifice some mech health here. Let's block a spawn. And then, there we go. We might be able to have this guy heal. I don't know. It depends on what spawns. Jitterbug. Okay, great. And then one of these guys, which has just a crap ton of health. That's not good. Good news is he's only got 1 health, so we can just shoot him once and he's dead. Okay, so let's think about this. We're gonna do this. So what if we punch you? And then cause him to block a Vec from emerging. And then we kill you, I guess? Oh no, he's gonna attack the escape pod. Oh, crud. Okay, yeah, no, we gotta reset. I would have liked to have blocked a Vec from emerging, but you know what? It's okay. We might as well just kill this guy. Which kind of sucks, honestly, but whatever. You can't have everything you want. So let's just go ahead and kill him. Good stuff. I'd rather have the escape pod at least than getting this other objective. It's kind of secondary in my opinion. And I don't want an enemy spawning right here where they could just directly target the earth bar. So let's just go ahead and kill this guy so we can bring this mech over here into the fight on the final turn. This is looking pretty good. And our grid defense is pretty high. Notice how it's almost full. The only problem is, look at this. Our mech is almost dead, and just something to keep in mind, guys, if your mech dies, any pilot that's assigned to that mech will also die too. You will not be able to use it the rest of the game, which kind of does suck, but it's whatever. Alright, so this guy, yikes. How on earth are we going to deal with him? Well, punch this guy out of the way. And I think, unfortunately, we're just going to have to leave that guy alone. I don't really think we're going to be able to kill him. But the good news is we can just insta-kill this guy here. Waste a shot on the mountain. That could have been very bad if I misclicked and had the enemy hit the old earth bar, which would have sucked. But here we go. Gonna end turn. Time pod should be protected. Yep, wasn't attacked. Beautiful stuff. Thus far, a little bit of a rough mission, but our nature preserves on the surface were destroyed during the fighting. There's little left of the region. At least the Vec are gone now. Oh, well, I'm just so sorry about that. Jeez. But here we go. We did get the pod recovered. Now we open the door, and what do we get? We got a smoke bombs weapon. So we can assign this to the cannon tank mech. And then the reactor core, which you can use to upgrade your mechs between missions. So that's a nice thing. You don't have to wait to spend it at the end of each island. You can just assign it right then and there. So here we go. Smoke bombs. This is going to be really nice. So you drag it into here. It does require power, though, to install. And you want to be careful because anything that you put in here, I think you're allowed to undo it once, but then once you've got it locked in there and spent, you're not able to assign that reactor core to upgrading another mech, unfortunately. So that does kind of suck. However, yeah, so the smoke bomb allows this mech to fly over targets while dropping smoke. And smoke basically prevents any enemy from either healing or attacking, so long as it's on that tile, which is really, really overpowered. Really good weapon to use. But this, I'm trying to think what I would upgrade here. This requires 2 reactor cores, unfortunately, to use. So I might wait until later. This one is a really good upgrade to get. Basically, you can fire at buildings with the artillery mech and have it deal no damage while still knocking back enemies that would be attacking it. Now, obviously, depending on the type of mech that's attacking it, that may or may not still save the building, but at least it gets them out of any adjacent attacking mechs, such as the jitterbugs or the wasps. So I wonder if that's good to get, or if I should just hold off for now. We do have the corporate HQ. This is a boss fight we're going to have to defend. Some sort of gelatinous mass is approaching our headquarters. We've never seen anything like it. You have to stop it. So we have to protect the corporate tower and destroy 5 goos. Yikes. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's just hop our way in. Oh, no. So we've got wasps to worry about. Well, this is great. And then this thing, which I believe when you kill it... Oh my gosh. This is a hive leader, so these are the most powerful Vec immune to water. Massive units can walk in water, but water will prevent shooting. Well, but it says they're immune to water, so can they still shoot or what? I don't get it. Alright, whatever. Let's just go ahead and deploy our mechs. Hopefully we survive this encounter, ladies and gents, but let's just go ahead and get started. We'll put our mechs here, here, and here. Fingers crossed. Let's do this. Time to make some history. Okay, the Vec is attacking. Looks like it's attacking this tile. Oh, there's 2 enemies attacking that tile. Yikes. Okay, well, this is going to be a problem. Oh, man. Okay, well, how are we going to deal with this? Would love if we could push this guy over here to kill the wasp. Can I even do that? Let's try and get this guy out of the way here. Let's block a Vec from spawning here. Shoot this guy. And then we should be able to push the boss over this way, so he attacks this guy. Oh, I see. So the way he attacks, it's just gonna insta-crush this thing. But I don't think it will, unfortunately, take any damage in the process from the wasp. So whatever. Metals only weigh 1 down. I'm not sure about that, buddy. Oh, we got a scorpion. Well, the good news is we can punch that guy into the water, but depending on what tile he goes to. Nope, never mind. He's just going to stay there and be a nuisance. Oh my god. Now this Vec is attacking this building, so we have to deal with him, unfortunately. Which really sucks. Yikes. Okay, yeah, how are we going to deal with this? We've got this guy attacking this building. He has to be dealt with. All 3 of these have to be dealt with. I can't afford to just repair any unit. How are we going to do this? Keep in mind, we don't have to kill the goos, but I'm not sure we're going to get through 5 goos in 3 turns. So, let's think about how we want to deal with this. Man. This is tough. This is very, very tough. Okay, well... Yeah, he'll actually go to that next tile, unfortunately. wish I could have this guy attack him, but then he's just literally going to move out of the way. That's going to suck. This guy's going to be easy to kill. This guy, we might just have to tank a hit in order to survive. But then we still have the boss to deal with, so how are we going to deal with him? Okay, well, what if we do this? What if we... Oh, that's going to literally just cause him to, Yeah, no, that was not good thinking on my part. Oops. It's going to cause him to take burn damage. Let's heal him, so he can at least survive the burn damage, hopefully. And let's just kill this guy. So he'll attack this square. And then we're just going to have to tank the hit and have 3 Vex spawn. I really don't like this. I wonder if there's a way we can reset our turn and do better. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do here. Let's, first of all, if I punch you, that's going to deal 2 damage. Actually, that would insta-kill, which is good. But then 3 Vec are going to spawn anyways. Which kind of sucks, but... Alright, let's just do this. Let's just insta-kill this guy. And then this... How on earth are we going to deal with you? Well, what we could do here is push this guy into the water. Attack canceled. So maybe he will take damage from this Vec. I don't know. Let's just hope that he does. An end turn. I probably should have placed this, whatchamacallit, over here. And we've got wasps. Oh my god, and there's armor. No. No, no, no. Why? Why you bullying me? And depending on where this jitterbug goes, we could be in a lot of trouble. Okay, the good news is the boss is attacking this mech, as is the jitterbug, which is great. But the problem here is we gotta defend this building. I'm not sure that we can. How on earth are we gonna do this? White people. Oh my god. Okay, so if I shoot you to free him, the boss still has to be dealt with, or otherwise... Otherwise, this jitterbug is still gonna be a problem. I think we're just gonna have to tank a hit to our power grid, unfortunately. If I hit you... Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get the artillery over there. I have to deal with this. Wish there was a creative way I could just fire my mech to make this guy take burn damage. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. Yeah, we gotta get rid of this stupid jitterbug, unfortunately. Damn you, wasp! What the hell? Wait! Hold on. We might be able to prevent any damage to this building. Hang on, hang on. We've got an idea. We are hanging on by a thread, ladies and gents. There's going to be 2 more enemies spawning on this final turn. And we have yet to even touch the boss in terms of health. But really, we don't need to. We're just gonna prevent the buildings from taking damage. Great, there's a jitterbug. Oh my god. Okay, so there's that. Please attack the mech. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank... Oh my god. There's 3. Look at this poor mech. He's getting ganged up by every freaking... Oh my god. He's getting ganged up by everybody. Oh, rip this dude. He's probably gonna die. Although I don't think he literally... Oh, wait. Oh, we have to save him somehow. Because he's got a pilot that gives +1 mech reactors. Oh, no. Oh, no. But this guy... Oh, man. Okay, 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 okay. If I punch... Okay, the attack order here. So this is going to attack this, which will cancel that. This guy only takes 1 damage. I think this is our only way out. So what if we do you here? He's going to attack him. And then we somehow have to save this building. So let's go ahead and push you out of the way here. And then I think... Yeah, no, we're just going to have to tank the 1 hit from the wasp. And I think that is about as good as we're going to get. Yeah, no, even if I attack him, it's just gonna end up in bad spot. All right, here we go. Let's do this. 1 damage. My artillery mech sustained heavy damage. Come on, just survive. Let's go. So despite not killing the boss, we were able to complete the bonus objectives. With the Abominations still alive, the Vec remain a serious threat to the region. I hope you find more success on the other islands. So yeah, GG. So we failed to destroy the 5 goos, but we did protect the corporate tower along with all the civilians, which is really good. So look how many stars we have. This is why you want to try and keep as many buildings untouched from Vec damage as possible. So this is great. Let's go ahead and spend our reputation points. First of all, we've got 1 reactor core, but we can buy more, which is great. We can actually buy 2 more, and I wonder if we should. So now we've got different abilities we can unlock. We've got shock cannon, fire a projectile that hits 2 tiles, pushing them in opposite directions. That damage could be really good. Here is a smoke drop, but this is a use per battle 1. Okay, so yeah, you can only use this 1 time per battle. This one you can upgrade the damage on, which is nice. But the problem I have with this is it could just knock enemies into buildings, which is not great, even though it's infinite use. Boosters, jump forward and push adjacent tiles away. Any class weapon, that could be really useful. Rocket Accelerator, launch a rocket at a tile, pushing adjacent tiles. So it's kind of like the artillery mech's basic attack. The difference is the damage is 2 instead of 1. I kind of like this. So let's go ahead and purchase it. And then let's just purchase a reactor core. And then I think let's just upgrade our grid power to max. Maybe we'll give it +2 defense. So now we have a 20% chance. So a 1 in 5 chance that any Vec attack will basically not cause damage to a building, which is great. You can also donate pilots. So this guy here, if we donate him, it will grant reputation. Your mechs don't actually need pilots to continuously move, which is kind of cool. And I think we just upgrade this again. So yeah, now it's at 22%. That's great. Now let's go ahead and upgrade our artillery mech here. So we're gonna do that. So we use this bonus mech reactor here, but we still have 2 reactor cores left, so we can upgrade this guy's health or movement. What do we want to upgrade, though? That's the question. Smoke bombs looks nice. I honestly kind of like the idea of upgrading this thing's damage. That could be very useful later on. I also like buildings immune. But I think we're just going to upgrade this. Let's upgrade the damage. And you also have the ability to go into a virtual simulator to test mech loadouts, which is really cool. And then you can uninstall and reassign reactor cores to each mech as is needed. But once you have assigned them to a mech, I believe they will stay there. So I think that's it for now. So now that we've completed 1 island, it'll show that it's secured. And from there, we can just go on to the other islands. But I think, ladies and gents, that is going to call it quits for today's episode. So this was an episode of Into the Breach. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more gameplay of it, please let me know down in the comment section below. I think, personally, it's a fun game. I really like it a lot, and hopefully you guys would enjoy the content and want to see more of it. But if not, let me know that too down in the comment section below, and I will see if there's any other games that I can find that might be more entertaining for you guys to watch. In any case, ladies and gents, I will hopefully see you all in the next YouTube video. This is Pollux the Wise, and peace out.